Peaceful blessings, peaceful risings. Ooh, I love the sun. It's about 50 degrees and in that standard traffic on the way in. So I'm going to be posting this under the Living an Awakened Life podcast playlist. I want to talk about how when you've had time to exercise what works for you in staying awake, in staying in present awareness, you began to shift from the idea of seeing things in the third dimension as is to moving to fourth and fifth dimensional awareness, making choices to say, yeah, I see this happening, but I can choose to see it in a different way that has value, that helps me to breathe, to stay calm, to stay open to next highest possibilities of seeing success through this, right? And so you move into that fourth and fifth dimensional awareness, choosing, staying in positivity, staying in the idea that there is a lesson and a blessing and opportunity within the challenge. The weather has been going up and down. I tell you. Let's see what I have it on. So when you're in that space, there's lots of times where you're going to be like, wow, I'm enjoying this new space of thinking, of being, of connecting with others who are also operating in that way. But there are things from the previous awareness or non-awareness in your life, or things that have been set up, your life, your business, your family, your relationships, administrative things that you have to do in your life. We all got to pay bills. You know, if you have transportation, you might have a car note. You know, things are, you know, you still have to balance within it. And so as you take on new beliefs and intentions, you still got to take care while you transition from what was into what is now. And I find that I have opportunities that come up where I can constantly reset myself, reset my thought. So let me just take you to an example. Right now, most recently, so it's November and we're coming into a new Gregorian calendar starting in January, right? And with my primary business, I have most recently made a big decision to shift from using certain product. I'm a natural hairstylist, so, you know, my primary work has been with synthetic hair with protective styling. And so I gained some information. That can't be unknown, unseen, unread, and understood. Yeah, so that means a personal choice for both my clients and myself equally for health purposes and integrity. And so intuitively, there's no question as to what has to happen. So on the positive side, shifting more into toxic-free services, right? So I've got information on alternatives for my clients for hair, you know, human hair, and there's some other options out there as well, which may be brand new to clients. So they're like, wait a minute, you know. So I'm giving people time, but I'm realizing it's happening in real time for my business. So I have to choose to activate vision, setting intention, reminding myself of purpose, communicating. I am communicating more on my business my business YouTube with a series of videos of information being delivered to my clients and for anyone else that finds the page. And so I guess in today's world, starting to go against the grain of what was acceptable. So I'm in an industry where African American women use protective styling. High percentage of African American women use protective styling. Unfortunately, it's like the Wild Wild West out here, with products being produced and people not having. Well, there needs to be more knowledge accepted, investigated, and implemented moving forward. And so, in the third dimensional view, if this was a few years ago, I probably would have made some different decisions and not stopped doing the work. You know, I've not stopped doing the work, I've just stopped using certain product. It's a main product, which is the hair. But the first thing that came to my mind was not about money, that my business is going to end because I don't want to handle this product. That's not the first thing that came. First thing that came to my mind was, look, you know, in this experience that we're having on this planet, we can't just be treated any kind of way by these manufacturers, right? We want to have convenience because protective styling is a convenience, right? We don't have to think that we might have to change or spend more money. You know, it triggers all kinds of bells and whistles. But the hell with that. Why find out that you're being abused under a certain disguise and then stay in it to be abused? That's what the bottom line is, period. I'm going to put down below a link to my series, the first video anyway, explaining and detailing why I made this decision in my personal business. So as I'm doing this, I am activating what I have learned thus far, being guided by the Holy Spirit, to use intention and vision and expectation that it's going to be successful transition. Yeah. So on the positive side, what am I thinking? I'm thinking, okay, you know, have some resources of information available for your clients so that they can make an informed decision. Market my business as a toxic-free protective styling. The first. I hope that there's others out there that's doing it. Who knows? I don't know. I can't stay in their lane. I can only stay in my lane. So, the transitioning. So, I'm reformatting who my client is. The perfect client is a melanin queen, one who has Afro-textured hair, who has made a choice with regard to their crown to ensure that they are using toxic-free products, hair products, and toxic-free protective styling practices. Yeah, that's my client. And so I'm redoing my marketing and putting information out there to show my skills, and just keep it moving like that to prepare my garden, this section of my life garden, prepare for the many who are thinking in that way and desire to find a practitioner specific to what they're looking for in crochet braid styling. I also do micro lock, starter, and retights. So all of it is encompassed in my business becoming a toxic-free, tension-free, healthy, protected styling salon. Living an awakened life. It's not about the doing. It is about being that. Peace and blessings.